there, I'm Melissa, occupational therapist, also known as the postpartum OT, infant sleep specialist, or the person that people go to after they have a baby. So, one of the biggest questions that I get is how do you get paid working with clients postpartum as an occupational therapist? I personally chose private pay. And in this video, I want to tell you why I chose that path. So, the reason for this was because I wanted to really be able to support my clients in a way that met their needs without having restrictions of insurance placed on what we could do, not going outside of my scope of practice, if that makes sense. So, if example, like coming to a mom who is struggling with severe exhaustion, feeding difficulties, um, anxiety, and they felt completely overwhelmed and alone. So they had tried to talk with their doctor about it and were referred to visit all sorts of different people. And that felt overwhelming for them to have to get out of their house and go see a lactation consultant, to go see another doctor that maybe because they're having issues with postpartum depression, and that made it feel even more overwhelming. But for me, I can come into their home and I can walk them through or virtually, and I can walk them through this. And many times we can solve their issues that they're dealing with anxiety and a little bit of postpartum depression by helping them feel more comfortable and confident in what they can do. But what this means is that for insurance to cover it, a lot of times they're limiting how long that you can be there and get paid for it. And there's only certain things that you can bill for instead of me being able to look at them as a whole in their whole body, postpartum recovery and their needs. And other times you would have to go through a referral and wait, and they need care now and not to have to wait until they can get that referral or approval. And so for me, this just it didn't work. It didn't feel right for me because I wanted them to have access to the care that they needed on their terms, on our terms to work together. And so that's why I chose private pay. I'm able to be with them longer and personalize our sessions more and not have to run through them. We can balance what works for them and help them with whatever their needs might be. If that's feeding, if that's sleep, if that's postpartum depression, recovery, emotional wellness, whatever that might be, and not just the things that insurance would cover. So that way, I can provide them with direct access to my care without them having to wait. And I can guide them through that challenging time and help them to feel more confident in what they're doing. So that's why I chose private pay. Um, I would love to hear your thoughts on it below, so feel free to comment. You can also head over to my blog. I'll link my website below and read my blog where I talk more about private pay versus insurance, etc., and other options that you can choose besides just private pay or insurance. And I created a really cool tool where you can plug in your expenses and figure out exactly how much you should charge per hour so that you're making what you want to make when you're caring for your clients. I've had many people ask me, how much should I charge? And it's hard for me to say exactly what you should charge because right now I'm in California and gas is $2 per gallon more than it is in Kansas, where I am originally from. So you have to factor in all these different aspects. And that's why I can't just outright say, this is a great price. And so I developed this tool and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, so subscribe and also head over to the website, grab the link for the tool below, and I'll see you next time.